What if every word you speak is literally reshaping reality? What if language was never meant to be just communication, but the most powerful creative force in existence? Humanity has forgotten the original function of language. We were never supposed to merely communicate. We were meant to create through our words. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with creation itself. Modern humans use language to waste tremendous energy. Every time we speak without consciousness, we create unconscious thought forms that work against us. We fill the astral plane with chaotic mental constructs that block our true creative power. Ancient civilizations understood that speaking was synonymous with manifesting. When they spoke, reality immediately responded. The difference between communication and creation through words is profound. Communication is what we do today when we desperately try to be understood by others. Creation is what happens when we speak from the source of all manifestation. Most people experience the opposite of what they say they want because they are unconsciously creating through their words. They affirm abundance while energetically emanating lack. They declare love while radiating fear. Their exists are all beyond the limitations of ordinary language at a mention where words become pure creative force. But to access this power, we must first understand something that transcends time itself. We live trapped in three temporal prisons called past, present, and future, but there exists a fourth dimension of time that changes everything. This realm is called always, and it transcends all linear limitations. The past exists only as memory, and it has no power unless we continuously feed it energy. Most people spend their lives being controlled by events that only exist in their recollection. The present is what appears before use, and it is limited to what can be seen and experienced. The future is potential waiting to unfold into material density. It exists as possibility but has not yet manifested into form. Always transcends all three temporal dimensions. It is the realm where everything simply exists in eternal perfection. This timeless space is where true creation originates. In Always, there is no struggle, no process, no becoming. There is only pure being and infinite possibility. Children naturally access this realm before mental conditioning blocks their connection. They speak from always when they say things like, "Yesterday I will go," or "Tomorrow I was happy." Adults correct them, and in doing so, they cut off the child's natural connection to timeless creation. Understanding this realm is only the beginning. The real magic happens when we learn to speak from this place of eternal being. What if there was a way to bypass every mental limitation and create from pure potential? What if 4 simple words could rewrite your entire history? The problem with traditional affirmations is that the logical mind argues back with contradictory evidence. When you say "I am happy," your brain immediately produces memories of times when you were sad, depressed, or suffering. When you declare "I am wealthy," your mind floods you with evidence of lack and limitation. This mental resistance blocks the creative power of your words and often manifests the opposite of what you intended. The revolutionary shift happens when you say "I've always been happy." This phrase completely confuses the logical mind because it cannot comprehend the concept of always. The linear brain has no reference point for timeless existence, so it cannot argue against what it cannot understand. This allows your creative energy to flow freely without mental interference. The even more powerful version positions you as the observer of eternity itself. When you say "How wonderful after I've always been healthy," you are speaking from beyond even the realm of always. You are positioning your consciousness as the witness of your own eternal perfection. This technique does not just create positive experiences in your future, it retroactively transforms your entire history. When you declare "I've always been loved, I've always been wealthy, I've always been healthy," you are literally rewriting the past, present, and future simultaneously. You are accessing the creative power that existed before time began. But this is not just personal transformation. When someone truly speaks from always, something unprecedented happens to all of existence. Here is the paradox that changes everything. When you transform your personal history through always language, you do not just change yourself, you change everyone and everything that has ever existed. Individual consciousness exists within collective consciousness, like a wave within an ocean. When you use always language, you are not just transforming your personal timeline. You are rewriting the astral plane for all of humanity. You are performing the work that was originally meant for planetary creators and cosmic architects. This technique resolves suffering that has existed for millennia across all beings. When you say, "I've always been at peace," you are healing the trauma patterns of countless souls throughout history. When you declare, "How wonderful," after "I've always been abundant," you are transforming the collective poverty consciousness that has plagued humanity for thousands of years. The impossibility of selfishness when operating from this level becomes clear. You cannot benefit yourself without simultaneously benefiting all consciousness. You cannot heal your own timeline without healing the timeline of existence itself. You cannot speak from always without becoming a servant of universal evolution. We are living in an unprecedented cosmic moment where this transformation is possible. Beings who were destined to incarnate in future centuries are being born now to participate in this reality shift. The future is manifesting through present moment awareness in ways that surprise even divine consciousness. This brings us to the ultimate question: what is our responsibility in this cosmic moment of infinite possibility? We are not just random individuals learning spiritual techniques. We are cosmic participants in the most unprecedented moment in universal history. Present, past, and future have merged into a single point of infinite possibility. We have been given tools that were never originally meant for humanity. The power of the word was supposed to be reserved for advanced beings, but due to cosmic necessity and divine intervention, we now have access, creation technologies that can reshape reality at the most fundamental level. The future is surprising even to divine consciousness itself, because we are creating possibilities that never existed before. We are making the invisible become visible through our conscious use of language. We are translating eternal potential into manifest experience through our willingness. To speak from always, our role is not to feed collective dramas and tragedies with our attention and energy. Our responsibility is to use thought, word, and life with conscious precision. We are here to create the present that supports this cosmic transformation and the emergence of a new category of human beings. These new humans will not have the limitations that have defined our species for millennia. They will think and speak naturally. From the realm of always, they will create reality through pure intention, without the mental resistance that blocks most people today. The verb was given to us as the ultimate creative tool. Always is the key that unlocks its true power. And the collective paradox reveals that your individual transformation is inseparable from the evolution of all consciousness. The question is not whether you can do this. The question is whether you will step into your role as a cosmic creator in this unprecedented moment. Will you use your words to maintain the old reality of limitation and suffering, or will you speak the new reality into existence from the timeless perfection that you always were? The choice is yours, but the implications are universal. When you speak from always, you are not just changing your life. You are participating in the birth of a new world, where beings naturally declare the truth that they've always been perfect, abundant, and free.